Hey everybody, this week in science we are going to be learning about renewable and non-renewable resources. Now the learning target for this is pretty intense. You will need to compile information to describe how the use of energy derived from natural resources and non-renewable resources affects the environment. Now we've got a lot of big words here, so let's unpack this. First thing, it says compile information. We have our verb compile, meaning that you'd have to gather information to describe how the use of energy derived, that's another big word, derived means to take from, natural, renewable, and non-renewable resources, and how that affects the environment. So what are natural resources? Natural resources are plants, animals, rocks, soil, minerals, oil, water, and metals. They're used to make all the things that we have today. They're used to make houses, we have food, we have fertilizer, we have clothing, all sorts of things that we use every single day. Now let's talk about the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources can regenerate if they are living or replenished by biochemical cycles if they are non-living. Now those are a whole bunch of big words, but it just basically means that renewable resources easily regenerate, like water regenerates through the water cycle. Plants grow over time. We have sunlight that we can use every single day. Animals replenish themselves. All these things are renewable and easy to use on a regular basis. Non-renewable resources, however, cannot easily be replaced over time. It takes a very, very, very long time for these resources to regenerate. Types of these resources are coal, oil, and natural gases. Gems and metals are also non-renewable. So when we use things like gas to power our cars, or coal to heat fireplaces, or to grill out on the back porch, those resources are not as easily usable, and one day they are going to run out. Okay guys, so before we get into the purpose of us learning about renewable and non-renewable resources, let's look back on what we've learned so far. So with the unit on energy, we started by learning about Newton's 3 laws of motion. The most important one that I want you to remember for this particular standard is that energy can neither be created or destroyed. It can just be changed. We learned about that with kinetic and potential energy. When you're still, you have the potential to move. But when you're in motion, that's kinetic energy. With renewable and non-renewable resources, we're talking about them because we use those resources to create energy. Think about the non-renewable resource of gas. We put gas in our cars. Our cars cannot be in motion or have kinetic energy without using that non-renewable resource. This is super important. There are many, many different ways to create energy from other resources, or transfer energy from one type to a type that we can use in our household. So the rest of this week, you are going to be exploring how we derive energy from renewable and non-renewable resources, and then you're going to explore the effects of those resources on our environment when we derive energy from them. I know this is a lot of big words, but today you are just going to spend time on breaking those words down so that you can understand them better.